And across the U.S. tonight, the dangerous heat as well, now expanding and moving east. The Northeast now bracing for its first heat wave of the summer. And the alarming new reading in the waters off the coast of Florida tonight. A preliminary ocean temperature reading now of 101 degrees, which could be a global record. Ginger Z standing by in the storms and the intense heat now coming to the Northeast, and this ocean reading tonight that has scientists so alarmed. ABC's Victor Akendo leading us off from Florida.
Tonight, what could be an all-time global ocean heat record in the waters off South Florida. A buoy in Manatee Bay near Key Largo recording a preliminary ocean temperature of 101 degrees, as hot as a jacuzzi. It's like rocket fuel for hurricanes and devastating for coral reefs. Not far from there, with ocean temperatures in the 90s, scientists showing our Ginger Z that coral already bleaching, potentially killing it. Those temperatures expected to rise further. This stunning headline, just the latest to break. The heat dome parked over the Southwest. Triple-digit heat across the country. This July is on track to be the Earth's hottest month on record, from North America to Europe, where raging, out-of-control wildfires are now forcing evacuations in Sicily. And today, an international group of climate researchers released a report that says this heat event would have been virtually impossible to occur in the U.S., Mexico region, and southern Europe if humans had not warmed the planet by burning fossil fuels.
All right, everybody. Welcome again to Eve Growing, right? Pinpoint composting, right? We have two piles, very similar to what Joseph Jenkins does. You start on one. This is pinpoint pile 1. This is pinpoint pile 2. This one, come August, we're at the end of July, very end of July. In fact, August 1st or Wednesday, this will be 4 months old, rocking at temperatures in the red. So 130 to 160 for 4 months at a time. So whatever's in here, this one we're going down to, let's see, 140 right now. I'm gonna fluff it up one more time with liquid slurry, my own ones, and some worm tea type thing, if you want to call it tea or slurry. I don't want to call it necessarily worm tea. It's just the liquid that I ran it maybe too wet. I don't know why it doesn't seem to be wet in my worm bin, but I get a lot of liquid, and I shouldn't, but you do. So I'm going to be trying to, right now this pile is mostly carbon, I would think. It's very little grossness in here at all. There's no smell, especially after the last time I reactivated with my number ones or with liquid, similar to a CBCB, a carbon-based composting bin, where you pack it full with schist carbon and then use liquid as your nitrogen. It breaks those leaves down a lot faster, right? This is all house compost with minced cardboard. This one is all house compost with sawdust. They're both working very well. Yesterday I opened this one up and I got some more black soldier flies out of here. I added them over to my bins over here, my 55-gallon drums that are right here. I've got videos on those. I'll put a playlist. Those are for the most part worm farms, where I throw lots of red wigglers in here, and we'll see. So pinpoint composting, right? 2 piles, lots and lots of weight stopped from going to the landfill. And I think this holds the key. The video at the very beginning of this just shows this situation, the dire situation we're all in. And we're all going to have to work together, because these, as I've said, commercial entities don't have our best interest at heart. They're all about making the almighty dollar, and they're doing the wrong things with our organic waste. So let's add some liquid slurry to this one and try to get that heat up again. And this one we're going to leave alone. Temperature is 160. Very happy with that. So everything that I put in there is baking nicely. This is, I consider these like natural furnaces. All right, so let's, even though we are rocking at 140 here, even though we're rocking at 140 in this pinpoint composting pile 1, which is almost 4 months old, rocking at very high heats, we are going to add some liquid slurry in. See if we can keep that heat going as long as we can, for as hot as we can. All right, so let's try this one more time. This holds the secret, folks, I feel, to all our global problems. If we the people can stop all this heavy weight from going to the landfill and start growing food with it, we'd be saving a lot of energies in a way that we're not going to need all these bigger trucks or as many big trucks moving around. If a dump truck can come to my house every 2 months, let's say, instead of once a week, think of the energy right there, and all this organic waste from being hauled away. If we, and I've said this before, if we people who live in residential areas and the country started doing this stuff, think of how much energy we would save. All right, let's see here. All that cardboard is starting to look like dirt. It's starting to look like rich soil. Oh yeah, it's almost unrecognizable after 4 months. You see that it is cardboard for sure. Let's fluff it up and see if we can see anything. Chicken bone crumbling. So now we got naturally made bone meal, which is good for plants. This plastic, I know it shouldn't be in here, but it's so much easier to take it off once it's been wet. So what do I want to do? Do I want to pour liquid slurry on here or what? I think I'm going to fluff. Let's fluff it up. I don't know if I want to put liquid on here because I am at a very high temperature. Everything that I've thrown is in the middle of the pile usually, right? Look at that. Folks, we are turning our organic waste, so-called waste, sorry Joseph Jenkins, so-called waste, into soil. We're doing our part here in our family. This is what we all need to learn to do. And by the way, I should be getting paid for it. I should be getting paid for it because it does take time to do it. So pay me from the money, these dump trucks that don't need to come to my house. Please pay me like $1,000 a month for doing this. I've turned all that gross waste into something valuable, and it certainly feels so good that you're doing the right thing. You know you're doing the right thing. It makes me feel good, and I don't do it for myself. I do it for my children's children, people who are going to come after me, people who are going to be on this ship when I'm long gone is who I care about. Why do you care about that, Mark? Because it's important. Not only is it important, it brings joy to my life. To make soil, to grow things with that soil, and to know that everything is sacred. Everything has value. For me, that's amazing to me. So I get excited about it, think about it all the time. I think and know that that is the solution. If we could all just do our part, you want to do your part, then stop sending your organics to the landfills. Stop sending them to the incinerators, to these corporate entities that make a lot of money moving it around. They are happy to get your stuff. You don't think you're paying for it, but you're paying for it through your taxes. And the universal income, that's how we can start paying people. Universal income. And we are working. This is work. This is a job in its own right. It's a silent job that nobody knows about, but there's a piece of plastic. Okay. Alrighty then. One more time with this liquid. First of all, I got to get rid of it. And this will be the last time I do it. Liquid on it. Because I got nothing else. I don't know what else to do with this liquid anyway. It's certainly not going to waste that valuable, precious liquid. This feels so nice and hot. And The smell is not that bad. Since the last time I poured such liquid on it, the heat has taken care of any real odors. There's a different kind of smell here, but it's certainly not a gross smelling smell. No doubt this is going to be amazing worm bedding, or add this to a tower along with castings and maybe some duff, deteriorate under forest floor added with this, and we're going to be growing. Here's, what's this thing? That's not breaking. More plastic. I don't know what the heck that is and why it got in there, but I just like it. I love it. I want more of it. Okay. Another chicken bone. All right, let's pour that on there. Start with this liquid slurry. This should most certainly put the fire out, I think. Or maybe it'll heat it up again. I don't know. I hope it heats it up again. And kill any of this liquid. Kill any pathogens that might be in this liquid. So, let's put this. Ooh, look at that. Nice. All has value. All organics hold immense value. Okay. Now, pour this one here as well. There we go. Let that seep in, soak down deep. There. That's a lot of liquid. I might have put the fire out. Like on my last pinpoint videos, I'll let you know at the end exactly what happened. Did it go down and stay down, or did it go up and start the whole process all over again? And the beauty about this is we're going to figure out what to do with this heat. How we're going to do something with that heat. All right, let's. Oh, soggy now, I think. Oh, yeah. Certainly this must have put it out. Oh, it's all down wet good. Oh, yeah. Last time with the liquid I'm doing on this one. I think this will do it. Oh yeah, we're wet through and through. I might have put this out. There. There we go. There. All right. I think I put a little too much water on there. I feel it's still hot, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if there's reclaiming this heat. We shall see. Let's go like this. Yes, one more time. We add my holes. Grab the Excalibur. Yeah, definitely staying good. There. Again, I usually do 9 and then a bunch of little ones. About 12 holes I think I do. Another plastic. Okay. And then I'll use this one to make a bunch of little holes. That's all. Stuff that chicken bone right in the middle there. All right, there it is. Now we'll cover this, this, yeah. And you know, this pinpoint composting, like we said in some of the other videos, you got cold composting, hot composting, and vermiculture. And they say even cold composting, if you leave it long enough, it takes longer, but it's a great way to do it as well. Whatever fits whatever your needs makes your life easier. It's just about putting it in a pile and covering it with a carbon. What's a carbon? Any sawdust, like I've done here. Micro shredded cardboard, minced leaves. Cover it with that, and let Mother Nature take care of the rest. For myself, I want my soil fast. So that's why I heat it up as hot as I can and leave it for as long as I can. Leave that hot heat. Okay, let's stick that thermometer in here. And no doubt, we've dropped in temp. It was again 140 when I started. No doubt it's gone down. Oh yeah, we're not even hitting 100. So stay tuned to the end of the video and we'll see, did my temperature go up or did I put the fire out? All right, the heat did get back up there again into the red, but it wasn't the heat that I love. So I did start using this material in my flower pots in my grow towers. Mark from Eve Growing, over and out. We will most certainly heal this planet, one urban farmer at a time.